my computer. Now everything's all fucked up. So I'm just trying to rearrange everything the way I had it.
That's the worst.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we are here live on YouTube Live. And for those of you not joining us here on the live stream, that's watching us here on Roku and Fire TV via PodNation TV, welcome. Of course, Tom Nutty is back this week. And Ashley Pontius, it's been a long time since we've seen you as well. How you doing?
I know. I'm doing really well. I'm glad this worked out. I finally have a Sunday off.
And of course, I'm on the whole forgetting to hit record on Zoom before we live type kick. And Tom, what's up, man? It looks like you shaped yourself up a little bit. I don't know, you lost a little bit of weight or what? Like you look a little bit like different, my man.
Yeah, I just shaved, which I picked the worst time of year to do it every year. You walk outside and you're like, what the fuck?
You just go, oh no, it's nothing serious. Just, life. I'm just looking like life happens.
Yeah, I went to softball practice yesterday and the coach was like, did you shave or something? And I was like, no, it just fucking fell out last night. Like,
why don't either of you compliment me when I shave?
Actually, it's so nice that we have seen that you have shaved as well.
Oh no, you can't see it on camera.
Not for free.
Oh my God, that's right. Guys do pay for baggies of pubes.
So Ashley is here to announce that she now has an OnlyFans, and that's where you can see that she's shaved.
I wish. True story. I do not have an OnlyFans. I have tried several times. They quote, do not believe I'm a real person.
What?
Yeah.
Which I'm going to take it as a compliment that I'm too beautiful and too perfect to register as a real woman, and not that I'm too hideous.
And of course, our guest, Sarah St.Clair, she'll be joining us momentarily. And when she comes in, actually, the segment, since we brought it back, it takes a good chunk of time. And Ashley, you'll be able to take part in it this week, too. It's our Smash and Dash segment, which we haven't done in a long time. And we brought it back, and it's been really successful because we're doing a Halloween-themed 15 of the most grotesque horror movie villains style Smash or Dash. So
I like that.
Yeah, so it's really fun. We're going to be getting into that. Also, rolled over from last Halloween, we never had a chance to get into all of them because we have so fucking many Maryland urban legends. Tom, you were here for some of those last year. We had the Snallygaster. We had a couple of just boom, 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 right back to back. So we're going to get into another one of those tonight, as well as various other things. And Ashley, how's it been going with quality time? Of course, it's Halloween time, so I'm sure you guys are kind of kicking it with that on quality time.
Yeah. So today, because we normally record on Sundays, today we just recorded an episode dropping tomorrow. We did Jacob's Ladder because Jeremy too has Vietnam flashbacks. So that's why we picked that one. But we've done a few. We did Jason Goes to Hell, which was my pick this month because that is such a ridiculous fun. We had a glimpse of like Freddy Krueger, so that's been great. So no, things have been very good. We're slowly preparing for the Raddies. We're gonna do awards for our listeners and some of our favorite guests because I spray painted fake rats gold.
Oh,
and we're gonna give them like awards.
Nice. Well, that's good shit. That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, classy.
And Tom, of course, man, what was it? Last week and a half ago, you went out to Vegas for Skank Fest. How was that, man? It looked like the photos. It looks like you had an absolute blast, and it looked like you were drunk the whole time.
No, actually, believe it or not, I was out there for work, Ray. Okay. But no, honestly, like the only time I even got half buzzed up was after the late show on Saturday. because like 100% of my focus was like, I don't care if I make a good impression. I just didn't want to make a bad impression to anybody. So I was like, and thank God the whole thing was sponsored by Liquid Death, because there was just fridges of this shit everywhere. So I was just hammering down on the water.
Nice. And with going to Vegas, I don't know if that's your first time ever going to Vegas, but when you were in Vegas, did you see anything that kind of stood out? Like that you were just kind of like, what the fuck, while you were in Vegas? Because I saw a lot. Like I saw a lot of cool things, but I also saw a lot of things where I was like, where the fuck am I? Like what?
I was more surprised at how shitty Vegas is than I was almost anything. Like I've been in some terrible places in the city, whatnot. Vegas is just the biggest shithole with more lights on it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's accurate. You know, I haven't been to Vegas in a long time, but I have been kicked out of Reno before, like the entire city.
I mean, Christ, I outlived a lifetime ban from Denny's, and I thought that was bad, but you're banned from Reno.
Yeah, underage gambling at 3 casinos in a night, and they apparently put out a picture of me, and they're like, "Hey, that fat one, don't let her in."
Never again.
And they're like, "You see her coming. She's hiding her winnings under her boobs."
How did you get it? So I guess at 3, that's when they decided we're going to ban you from the city, because it's just kind of like, well, how many casinos do you have to gamble in underage? And now we know it's 3.
It's
like
3.
You'll be all right with 1, maybe 2, but 3. I guess they live by the whole 3.
3 is the holy trinity.
Yeah.
But no, you know what it is? Reno is one of Reno is called, what is it, like the biggest little city in the world. It is incredibly small, and it's there just for committing sin and crime. And once you've hit up enough, they do start to put out like an ATV and you'd be like, oh, hey, like an underage gambler. And then another casino goes, oh, hey, we've seen her. She was stealing stuff from the buffet too. And then by the third casino, they're like, oh man, she's not even stealing that much money. Like it's not even, she's just stealing to cover her drinks. Like it's very sad.
Like you're upside down by like $100,000, and they're just like, we need to ban her. And you're just like, all right, that's fine.
And then I tell people, I'm like, I have a huge Twitter following on the East Coast.
Do you know who I am?
Okay, good. Tom got it.
Have you guys ever used that quote before, like anywhere? Like, do you know who I am? Like at any point?
No, because I'm nobody. That quote doesn't work anywhere.
No, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever used it in the like, I'm trying to think, a serious conversation. If anything, I've maybe used it locally where I'd be like, hey, do you know who I am? I pay gold membership to skip the line at Hershey Park. Like that's who I am. But
I may have done it at work, but like that's only because I actually matter there. But
I remember I was on the brink of being cut off at the bar one night when I was wrestling. And I remember telling the bartender, be like, you know who I am? God damn it, I'm Chase Rawlings. I'm the EWA Maryland champion. And they were like, never heard of you. Do not serve him anymore. And I was just kind of like, you sons of bitches.
The old bar hag was just like, shut up, Ray. Get out of here.
He drags me out by my ear. Like, you know how they grab you by your ear or whatever? And I'll just do the whole old school pull by the ear.
Every Tuesday you come in here talking this shit.
You're right, though. There is nothing truly more embarrassing than using it seriously so out of context that it's like, yeah, no one knows who you are. Your kids don't even know who you are. You should visit them sometime. Wild. Oh.
Oh man. And Sarah St.Clair, she just entered the room. So let's see if we can get her rocking and rolling right here. So let's see. Boom. And sometimes if we hit that, that'll start the video. But no, like I mean, that's the kind of thing that like I had the audacity to actually do that at the bar one night. Oh, hey, there she is. How you doing? Oh, it seems like sound isn't there. I seen her go shit.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, now she's gone.
Video's nice.
Now everything is going. I think what it is she was like, oh, okay. I don't know who these people are. Like it's kind of thing. I'm like, don't you know who I am? She's just like, don't you know who I am? Goodbye.
We're the happy hour pod. How do you
Yeah.
not know who I am?
We're AVN nominated, dumbass.
AVN nominated that will never ever stand a chance in hell of ever winning an AVN award. Hey,
not with that attitude.
But you know what? There is one thing that I can say that most podcasts can't, and that is that we are on Roku and Fire TV. So if
That
you
is
have not
impressive.
found PodNation TV, make sure you find it on Roku, Fire TV. We're there. You can check us out. Every single one of our current run episodes are there, and we're also adding 3 vintage episodes every week onto
That's
there.
awesome.
So I think there's probably about 18 episodes now on there, and of course our most recent fully fermented, which was from Checker Spot Brewing Company.
Mhm.
That is currently running on there. Make sure you check that out. That was fun. We did talk to some of the patrons. There were 2 young ladies we talked to who were completely bewildered because they started talking to us, and you know how we get going with the show and all that stuff. So, but it was a fun time. It was great. We tried all kinds of different beers. We had Hillbilly Gold. We had all kinds of different kinds of beer there. Dennis Nash over there, who runs the place, super awesome, super big venue. So make sure you find that. Of course, our next one is going to be Exotica. That's coming up November.
Oh, that's awesome.
Airing about a week later on there. So yeah.
If you see Janine, tell her I said hi. I love her so much.
Okay. Yeah. She's going to be there. So I'll definitely see her there. We're going to be, of course, while we're there, we're going to be doing Pornstar confessionals. So we're going to be having people tell their deepest, darkest secrets to some of the girls over at Exotica. And I'm hoping someone confesses to an unsolved murder.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, God, I fully support women's wrongs and their rights.
And of course, Sarah St.Clair is here. Hey, how you doing?
You always throw me to the party.
Welcome back to the show. It's a pleasure having you back. And of course, it's Halloween time. It's coming up on Halloween time. And you are a big spooky season type person. So Sarah, what are your go-tos for Halloween this year?
So I have a really nerdy one this year.
Okay.
As my PG one, my kid is being Baby Yoda and I'm being Mandalorian because we're a big Star Wars house.
Nice.
So and then as my grown-up costume, I'm being Slutty Princess Peach.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
I knew there was a twist.
Solid choices. solid choices. So I think what we're going to do is, since Sarah's here and this segment takes a little bit of time, we're going to get into our smash or dash segment. And since Ashley Pontius is here, she's going to be doing it as well. So pretty much, Sarah, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing 15 photos of some of the most grotesque, iconic horror villains of all time. And you guys are going to tell us whether or not you would smash or whether or not you would dash. So let me go ahead and get these ready, and then we're going to rock and roll with smash or dash.
Fun tip, Sarah. They're just pictures of my exes, and yes, I smashed them all.
Right there with you, girlfriend. I am.
Painful.
All right, so here's the first one. First one is Art the Clown. So if anybody has seen Terrifier, Art the Clown, what do you think, Sarah? Would you smash or dash Art the Clown?
Clowns are no-go.
Ashley, what about you? Art the Clown.
So here's the thing. I think he'd be really cool with boning on my period. But I'm not sure what side he leans on this whole Middle East war. Makes me nervous. Sorry. No, so dash. He scares me.
So the next one, Candyman. So Sarah St.Clair, what do you think about Candyman?
Oh yeah, he can get it.
Okay. With the bees and all, like even with the bees like coming out of his mouth, they just
that's extra vibration.
Ashley, what do you think about Candyman and his hook and his bees?
Her and I are tracking 100% because the whole thing around him is he's like this unwavering lover, and he's also very dominant. He's like, be my victim, and I'm like, I love playing a victim.
Be my victim. All right, so what about Captain Spaulding? Sarah, Captain Spaulding, what do you think?
Oh, he's crazy as fuck. He's the type that would tie you up, not let you wouldn't have a safe word with him. I'm here for it.
All right. Ashley Pontius, Captain Spaulding. What do you think?
No, I've had enough sex with old men. I'm good. I can't. I'd prefer to go younger. Just you.
So what?
I'll take all the old men.
Oh, perfect.
She's like, I'll do it 100%.
She's gonna take one for the team.
What about the puppet and his handler from Dead Silence?
I mean, usually when guys talk, they ruin it. So there's that.
She's right. I mean, I don't know. I'm always down for a threesome. But I'm afraid of splinters.
Okay. So Sarah, was that a smash or a dash for you for the puppet?
I'm easy. Smash.
Okay.
I'm a
The
dash.
puppet's performing very well. Like the puppet, I think, has gotten smashed. I think he's 4 for 4 right now.
Oh.
So he's pretty solid going through this whole thing. What about the demon from Exorcist? The demon
Pazuzu?
from The Exorcist. Just
No, dash.
Yep.
Too scary.
just gazing down upon you as he just
No, too much pressure. Staring at you all the time.
I'm gonna say smash because he looks like who is it? Ray Danhausen?
Oh, Dan Housen from AEW or whatever.
That dude could get it.
Okay.
I'll just pretend it's him. Put a bag over the
Pontius likes
personality.
herself some Dan Housen. Okay.
Oh,
What about the one and only iconic Freddy Krueger?
Oh, fuck yeah. Smash. He will wake you up in the middle of the night and have a sex with you and then leave you in the morning, never hear from him again until he wants it again. Give it to me.
you know what? I'm going dash. I don't want to get fingered by those razors. That just makes my cooter just cringe. Can't do it. Also the burn marks on his peen. I don't know. I'm very shallow.
With Freddy, like Freddy also, he's like he can turn himself into anything he wants in the dream world.
Oh,
So, there's that. Also, he can probably shave your pussy with his claws.
that's true.
And also you can probably put dildos on the end of those things, and then you create the whole porn parody that they did around that. So okay, so you say dash, Sarah says smash. Freddie has performed really well in this as well. Everybody
You might be
wants to
converting me.
All right, so what about Jason? This is specific. Jason from Friday the 13th part 7 without the mask.
Without the mask now, I can't get over it.
Yeah.
If he was wearing the mask, smash.
he looks like guys that have been in my DMs and be like, women aren't funny. Do you want to go out sometime? Yeah, dash. Gross. Other Jasons, though. There are other Jasons, and I think Sarah would agree, where we see these strong shoulders and like this really aggressively ripped spine that I'm like, he could probably pick me up.
Well, that one does have an aggressively ripped spine. It's just sticking out of his back.
But I just like the idea that he's strong enough to carry me around because most men aren't.
Okay.
So I like that.
That works. What about the tall man from Phantasm?
I love the elderly. Smash.
It's just like, I just want to take care of him. Like this.
Oh, he needs me. He needs me.
Sarah's a nurse with a purse, and I like that. I don't know. I am into his big balls, though. They fly out and they can just stab people in the face. Okay. I'd say yes, smash, but I'll close my eyes so I don't have to think about how old he is.
So tall man's gonna get smashed on both ends. All right, cool.
Yeah.
What about the demon from The Conjuring? Is it Conjuring?
Insidious?
Okay, Insidious, yes.
I thought that was the lead singer from Creed.
What about Scott Sapp?
I like the long hair. He looks angry. He looks like he would yell at me and tell me what to do and never be pleased with anything. Just like all my exes.
It's a dad vibe.
The dog doesn't like him either. Like dog's just like, nope.
Yeah. I don't know what it's giving.
What about Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Depends. Is he going to use all of his instruments on me and keep me hooked and chained up in the air?
I mean, probably. I mean, also he has an interchangeable face, so
exactly, it's like fucking different people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smash.
Okay.
I will say smash because I am known for pity fucking the mentally deficient. That was rough to admit on air. But I hope if there's a heaven, I've got to get in. God's just like, you slammed so much puss for these very sad men who didn't stand a chance. Ashley,
like the Mother Teresa of sluts.
Oh my God, thank you. Like I truly am. You know what Louisa May Alcott said? She said, I come this way but once. So let me fuck my fellow man now before I die.
Ashley, that's one of the best things I've ever heard you say on the show. I'm just going to What about the leprechaun?
Ugh, I fucked enough leprechauns in my day. Pass.
Okay.
I'm gonna smash because I love Short King Summer.
The leprechaun
Jesus
has not
Christ.
had any smashes at all. What if he offers his pot of gold? Like, if anybody's seen the
Oh,
movie,
if there's money involved, yeah.
but
Not
like
that hard.
okay.
We get our nails done together.
Oh, yeah, it does work. And he comes equipped with his Guinness. So he's ready. Like he's ready to party. Just
He
right
does
off.
drink.
Yeah,
I
you
do
can
like
do each
that.
other's makeup. He has the green makeup on, all that stuff.
And he grants wishes.
Yeah, but I don't know if you want those wishes, because if you've seen the movies,
I
like,
know.
yeah, the wishes just I don't think
I want bigger tits and for you to have a bigger dick and more wishes.
What about the one and only Michael Myers?
Oh, yes. Oh, fuck yes. That is a man with mommy issues, and he needs it.
And also, Sarah would agree. He doesn't fucking talk. He can listen to me talk all goddamn day, and he doesn't say a
Dude,
word.
shut the fuck up and pull his dick out, and that's all I care about.
You can tell by how he's breathing in his mask when he's annoyed. Like just by the sound the breathing is behind the mask, that he's just kind of like, I wish this bitch will shut up. Just at some point, he's just, you're like, Mike, are you upset? Like, we don't like, how is it different from your excited going?
And can we also talk about how strong he is and how he choke you out so fucking good?
I call it season of the bitch because I'm ready to get pounded.
I honestly think Michael Myers may win the Smash or Dash Holiday Edition, because every single person we have done this with so far in the month of October has chose Michael Myers 100%. I think he's probably the most desirable fuck out of any horror movie villain of all time.
He's trim. He keeps it tight. He gets a lot of cardio. He's hitting leg day every day. Got a permanently great head of hair.
Yeah. All right. What about Pinhead from Hellraiser?
Well, you're not getting any oral.
Oh, smash, baby. Smash. Kinkiest character in horror. I'm sorry.
Yes. Now, is it the same thing if his dick looks the same way his head does? Like if it has the pins all over it and it makes it more ribbed for your pleasure?
Yeah, like I'd be okay with that. Accidentally gets me knocked up. I'm like, oh, gotta get an abortion. You better rip it out. Give me one of your hooks. Pull that thing on out. It's like I use tampons. Get it out.
All right. What about Pumpkinhead?
No,
you don't want like the little, you see like the hole right here with the semen just dripping out of the side of his head, like that. Yeah, like I don't know, everybody's just like, he looks too dry.
yes.
Yeah, there's something
I
weird.
think my pussy is gonna be doing. It's gonna be just that.
Yeah, there's something weird going on with that rib cage. I'm just like not into it. But side note, if you'd let me fuck Lance Hendrickson from Pumpkinhead, I would do that. I have a weird taste. I like thin, pathetic, weak-looking men. I don't know what it is.
So the mentally, or what did you say? The mentally
deficient.
The mentally deficient and smaller like men.
I want a man.
Short King Summer.
Yeah, short King Summer. I want a man I can dominate. Can I ruin your life physically, psychologically, financially? Great. You're my guy.
All right. And last but not least, the one and only Tarman from Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be sticky and hot, but it's going to be good.
Oh, okay. Sarah St.Clair is the first to say smash the poor Tarman. I mean, you can see the patheticness in his eyes, like how much you can tell that
he has issues. He needs me.
Yeah. I mean, he has great dental work. Look at his teeth.
Sarah will smash Tarman, and Ashley will handle Tardaman.
He's totally not wrong. This guy is giving major incel energy because all he does is follow you around and say brains.
Nice. All right. Well, that is our Smash or Dash segment. So Sarah, and didn't you just recently go to Salem yourself?
I did a few weeks ago.
How was that? Because I've been myself. We went Halloween of 2021. Actually,
you went on Halloween?
Yeah, we went on Halloween, and it was absolutely fucking chaotic. There were so many people in the middle of downtown Salem. Like, it was insane. So going to Salem, how was that?
It was awesome. So we went the last weekend of September, and even then it was so crowded. So I could not imagine going on Halloween, but it was awesome. We actually went to the torture museum. They have real torture things that were used back in the medieval times. It's been preserved. And you walk through and they have the guillotine, like the house for hanging and stuff, and gives you the whole history of it. It was really fucking cool.
Nice. Now, did they get to try any of that kind of stuff? Like when you was there anything that
no? That looks fun. That looks fun. Please hurt me with that, Daddy.
Oh.
And so with Salem, it's very unique. Like, how did you go to the witches museum and all that as well? That was super fun. The story of that. Now, when we were there, we weren't actually able to get over to where all the graves and all that stuff were there, but it was insane. I did Michael Myers that year for Halloween, and just walking around down there, and my wife did a witch, her cousin did a male witch, all that stuff. So it was just fun walking around, being down. Did you go to Gulu Cafe by any chance?
No, there was a line wrapped around the corner to go there. And I was like, we're not waiting that long.
We waited 4.5 hours on Halloween to get into there. And it was hilarious because, of course, Gulu Cafe is, a drag restaurant. So people were across the street, all these Christ Bible thumping people protesting it, and all these people were like, oh man, we support your cause, let's take a picture with you. So when they would go to do a selfie, the people would then give them a finger as they're taking the selfie or whatever and all that shit. But no, it was fun. The food was amazing. The drag show was great. So if you're ever out that way, definitely check out Gulu Cafe, because it was a fucking blast. So Sarah,
also too, I just want to say it was really cool to be around so many Halloween obsessed people. I was I was with my kid. I was like, see, I'm not weird. There's other people like me too.
And Sarah, where you're from, what would you say is the biggest urban legend or ghost story that you know of where you're from?
So I live in Birmingham, Alabama, and we have Sloss Furnace. It's a big industrial factory that was operating when there wasn't any labor laws. Okay. So a lot of people died in there. And I have my own story there, actually.
Oh, nice.
I was on a photo shoot, and my phone was turned off. It was my backup phone that I never use, so I never really have it on.
Yeah.
And when I was in there shooting, my phone, the alarm went off.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was also, it turned on and the alarm went off.
Yeah. It was the weirdest thing. Jingo, stop it.
That's the thing. It turns on and then it rings, you answer, and it's like, hello, Sarah, would you like to play a game? And you're just like, well, yes, I would love to play a game. Yes. Where are you located?
No, motherfucker, I'm the one who plays games.
So Sloss Furnace. So you were able to do a photo shoot there. So did you guys need some sort of special permission to do that? Or were you just like, fuck it, we're going here and taking photos?
No, so it's actually open to the general public to go and walk around in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you did a photo shoot there. So was it a nude photo shoot or whatever? So were people walking around Sauce Furnace, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's nude Sarah St.Clair, and they're just kind of like, oh. Okay.
No. I mean, the boobies went out a few times. But...
Oh, you mean your boobies?
Yes. Boobies.
Love.
And so what I've been doing lately here, we started it last year and it rolled on into this October. I'm getting into Maryland urban legends as well. So one of the ones that I came across, it's called the Demon Truck of Seven Hills Road. And it says, in Maryland's historic Ellicott City, the local whisper tales of a stranger kind of haunting, one involving the ghost of a vehicle. For decades, the Demon Truck of Seven Hills Road has terrified residents, and when you hear the stories of their encounters with the four-wheeled phantom, you might find yourself afraid of ghost cars as well. Just behind Ellicott City, often referred to as one of the most haunted cities in America, sits Seven Hills with a twisting two-lane road running through them. It's long been said that those who drive the stretch of pavement at night, hitting the seventh hill at the stroke of midnight, should beware of a demon truck, a jet black vehicle driven by a faceless entity. Those who have encountered a demon truck say that it appears out of thin air, barreling down the road at 100 miles an hour, hell-bent on causing your vehicle to crash, and crash they have. And somebody said, my brother Tim lost his life on the road in 1971, says local resident Barb Polahan sadly reflected on the online message board. He wasn't driving, but with a group of teens that were joyriding. I can still see the picture of the twisted car on the cover of Catonsville Times. And please don't try to hit the seventh or any of the hills anytime. This tragedy haunts me to this day. So imagine driving down the road, then all of a sudden this fucking giant vehicle comes up of this faceless man driving it. Like,
horrifying. I'm already a bad driver just without like, yeah, that's how Sarah dies.
Sarah's like, I'm such a bad driver that you will see the faceless man make a face that you have never seen before.
Another dumb white bitch, really.
I just like the idea that Ellicott City is just haunted by the dead dreams of open micers that never left the city. They're just like, I'm gonna make it someday. It just manifests into a faceless man.
Yeah, their dreams just get washed away, just like how Ellicott City almost did when we had the floods years ago.
Yeah, it makes sense that it's haunted. I'm sure the entire collective of the city hadn't done anything horrible to people of different ethnicities.
and Sarah, with the haunted stuff, have you ever snuck into like any like haunted asylums or anything like that, like any like fun spooky locations that you've been to aside from where you did the photo shoot?
No, I'm not that cool, unfortunately.
You're like, no.
I wish I had a cool story for you, but no.
right down this way we have if you look it up, there's a documentary on it. It's called Crownsville Hospital, and Ashley Pontius may know of it. Tom Nutty, you may know of it, but there's a documentary they did on it, and I think, what the hell was it called? It was called From Lunacy to Legacy, the tale of Crownsville Hospital. And they say how it started off as an African-American tuberculosis hospital, all the way up to the point where people could literally drive up and just fucking drop their kids off that they thought had something wrong with them. And they were just like, okay, so you're a normal kid around all these fucking crazies and shit. And they're actually getting ready to turn that down. I to tear it down because I had equipment from where I work at on the premises there, and I had to go there last week, which was badass because it's the middle of October, and I had to go there where the asylum was, pull out the equipment, and they were like, yeah, you know, the county's getting ready to do stuff to this building. They're getting ready to knock down the old Crownsville Hospital and build a park. And I'm like, man, that's going to be one fucking wild park. Just hearing the screams of the mentally ill while you're swinging on a swing in the middle of that park. Like, that's insane.
Oh, the swings are definitely going to be moving on their own. For sure.
Oh yeah,
that's so depressing.
Yeah, they said a story of how there was a guy who kept on getting out. He kept on getting out of his room and escaping, and he ran down the hill. And right behind Crownsville Hospital, there's like a power station thing, and he ran into the power station thing, and it fucking electrocuted him, and his shoes flew off. And this is in the documentary. And they said after that happened, he was normal. he was normal and he was able to do things that he was never able to do before. And I'm like, so is this what it is? Like, I can become a superhero from just running into a fucking power station and just letting myself get fucking fried out of my fucking mind. Like,
yeah, right. You should try it. Let's see if it works. Well, yeah, that's interesting. That's very cheap electroshock therapy. That's very effective. I'm kind of impressed. Well, I'll tell you, I was a Maryland girl, born and raised, and now I'm living in Pennsylvania, and we have a cryptid that's very fun. We have a cryptid called the squonk.
The squawk?
What is it? What is it?
So SQUONK. The squonk.
The squonk.
And
how is this spelled?
SQUONK.
The squonk. Okay.
The squonk. And all it does is wander around and cry all day because it's so ugly. That's literally what it does, is he cries everywhere and he weeps because he's hideous. And I go, hey, I have a name. I'm not a cryptid.
It's the squonk.
That's a fucking fleshlight, dude.
That thing is, somebody is going to use that thing as flesh. Look at this fucking photo. The sad life of the squonk.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Nutty? Your wife would fucking adopt it. It's going all over Instagram.
So Sarah, you're sitting there, you're getting ready to, hook up with somebody. And, they kind of have like this weird, like reverse werewolf effect. Like they transform into something else. And you're like, all right, I'm getting ready. And then you just walk into the room and they've transformed into the squonk. Like at that point, are you fucking the squonk? Like,
Depends. How big is the squonk stick?
It does look like just a walking singular ball.
Right.
So now I'm going to Google how big is the squonks.
But you have to assume it's not big though, right? Why else would he be walking around crying? If he had a massive hog, I don't think he'd be crying.
I do not see any search results for size of squonk's dick.
Yeah, he's the chodiest of the cryptids.
Definitely packing a lot of girth. You can tell.
That's fair. Thick, but
Might not be long, but it'll be thick.
What do the boys call it on Laugh Finder? It's a soup can dick.
He's a grower. He's not a shower.
He's a crier and a 9/11 denier. Sorry.
I've had.
Oh, you mean a truther? Okay.
I've had a couple of people who I swear, like friends that I've known, who've had a squonk. Like, because that's the thing. We would get drunk and we would just get naked and run around and all that shit. And you just sit there and you just kind of look and you're like, what the fuck's that? Like, dude, it looks like you have just a nutsack. Like, what's happening here? What is this?
I think Sarah would agree that women, to my knowledge, our conversations are nothing like that. We may see one another's labia. We may see the insides. I'm sure Sarah, you may more than I do. But like when a girl sees another girl's snatch, it's never going to be like, oh, where's your stuff? It's like, oh my God, your labia are perfectly even in the correct color. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't you fix a thing. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's because all the ugly shit's hidden up inside. We don't have that luxury.
How dare you? Every piece of us is beautiful, and I
That's
don't
not true.
scream in fear when I see a mirror.
So I feel like if I see someone that has a squonk, like I need to examine at that point. Like it's just kind of like I need to see what's going on here and how like your penis magically looks like it's 98 years old. Like how did you end up with squonk dick? Like I'm
filing this. What? I'm sorry. What'd you say, Sarah?
98-year-old penises are not fun. I'll just throw that one out there.
That's
very scary.
That's fair.
Would not recommend.
So Sarah has seen her share of squonks then.
Yeah. I have to say though, right, I'm adding this under the file. Are you a little gay? It's going under with the wrestling, and then you're like, I need to investigate my friend's penis.
Isn't everybody a little gay? Like I don't know.
It's not a penis, it's a cryptid.
Yeah.
God damn it. This is research.
I'm just
Don't
holding
you
it in my
know
hand.
who
I'm
I
shaking
am?
it. Look, it's a squonk. It's a squonk. God damn it! It's not a dick. It's a squonk.
Right. And
Right,
it doesn't even taste like a dick. I tried.
Right. I'm just waiting for you to be our Hugh Jackman in like 50 years. You're like, I'm getting divorced because I'm ready to stop lying to myself. And I'm like, oh, okay, we've been waiting.
But first, he's got to do a musical squonk on fucking Broadway.
Hey, look, he's gonna do The Greatest Showman, and it's just Ray with a bunch of cryptids.
Yep.
So now that we're on the squonk and we're talking about the penis, Sarah, what we've been doing is over the course of the last couple of months, we came across a list of names for the penis. It's the 800 terms for the penis. And Sarah, I'm going to name some of these off. And you tell me if you've ever heard of a man refer to their dick as one of these. So we left off with C, and this one is a cobra. Have you ever heard of anybody consider their dick a cobra?
No, and if I did, I would probably block them on the spot.
What about a cod? I guess like a codfish. Like I don't know why you would call it a cod.
That sounds like BV waiting to happen.
And then there is Colossus. So
Obviously.
Are you ready to meet Colossus? But I feel like it should like be metal, like Colossus from X-Men. Like that would be kind of badass. Like,
I mean, like if you want to call it like colossal cock, then all right, that's fine. But Colossus, I don't know.
the Conquistador. Have you ever heard of anybody consider their dick the Conquistador?
No, but that is so big dick energy that I would fuck somebody if they're like, this is what it is.
The consolation prize. So what if someone goes, well, I have your consolation prize right here.
That's more my speed.
Oh, I'm about to start using that when somebody drops their pants. Oh, my consolidation prize.
It's like a free gift whenever they're trying to sell you on something. They're like, if you promise to fuck me right now, you're getting a free set. I'm like, I don't need it. Well, you get it anyways. Okay.
And then one of the ones here is cookie. So I don't know why someone would call their like I don't know.
A cookie. You don't have a cookie.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like I feel like if someone calls their dick a cookie, like it needs to be like a cookie shape. Like you know, you have like cookie cutters. Like you have like a Christmas tree shaped fucking dick at that point. Like I don't like. Why would you say cookie? And then there's two more that I'm gonna do, and that is corkscrew. So someone considers their dick a corkscrew. So
actually, fun fact: did you know, pigs, their penises are corkscrew shaped?
I have heard that. And imagine.
Unfortunately, somebody showed me a video of this, and I did not want to see it. Now I can't unsee it.
Wait,
you guys want to blow your minds? Google a duck dick, dude.
Oh, duck dick. Okay, so let's see.
While we're Googling that, why are cops' penises different than everybody else's?
Duck dick. All right.
Oh,
Jesus H. Christ. This is. Can I show a duck dick on here?
Probably.
Yeah, dude, it's educational. This is
okay.
Yeah, it's educational.
Okay, so the worst thing we do is that YouTube gets mad and tells us, and for those of you watching on Roku and Fire TV, we're going to be a-okay. But for those of you watching us on YouTube may get mad and force me to cut this out. But this is what a duck dick looks like. This is a duck dick. So like that.
No.
It's like Harry Potter's wand. Like
oh. Oh, it's like stretched out bubble gum.
Illustration of the oh Jesus Christ. Oh God, like look, that's like the Lorena Bobbitt duck dick, like right there. Like yeah. Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh.
And you are all welcome.
And we're now banned from YouTube.
I'll tell you what, you're not gonna want to hang out with ducks after that.
Imagine a duck, like you know how sometimes you're around a dog and the dog gets like the random red rocket. Like imagine being there.
God, that was horrible.
Yeah, and then the dog.
Before he got neutered, it was so bad.
Ugh.
Yes, I'm talking about you.
Oh, that red lipstick.
I'm talking about your penis.
Oh God.
So the last one from this round is a corn dog. Someone considers their dick a corn dog.
Oh, I've used that phrase with uncircumcised dudes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
interesting.
So
like it's like breaded around the sides, and then once it gets hard, it pops out.
Yeah. No, that makes sense to me. I just think of like, am I biting it? Like they usually tell me not to.
You bite it and you're like, there's no sausage in this at all.
well, so it's funny that Sarah brought up circumcised versus uncircumcised. When I lived in Australia and I was fucking all the time, lots of those dudes are uncut. And that was such a funny thing to have that Jack in the Box moment that I just start cranking. And then I'm like, oh my God, what is that coming out the top? Oh, that's right. You have a sweater on. Got it. I forgot that that's a thing. This is different. But man, does it feel great though when it's in you? They just got to wash it. You know what I mean? Because like I was having sex with people and then I kept getting UTIs. And I was like, why is this happening? And I'm like, oh, they don't wash their foreskin. That's gross. Sorry.
And Sarah, have you ever sat there and you walked into a room and you sat there and you looked and the ugliest dick you've ever seen just laid in front of you? Like, do you sit there at that point and go, dude, I'm sorry, but this is the ugliest dick I've ever seen? Like,
no, I can't be mean in person.
Have you ever done dick shaming?
Yes. I do have this one submissive, and he pays me just to talk about how small his dick is, how it's so gross, how I would never touch him. The weirdest thing. I'm so nice. I cannot do shit like that.
But good for you, bitch. Can I just say, I have a couple pay piggies that don't make me do it, but they're just really like pathetic and they'll just give me money. And they're just like, I have a very powerful wife and I don't know what to do with myself. You seem like a poor and you're very adorable. And I'm like, oh my God, you're a loser. Thank you.
And Sarah, what are some, actually speaking of which, what are some of the most weirdest requests that you've ever gotten?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. This is hard.
They were at one point.
Yeah.
No, like, everything is so just normal everyday shit now that
come
up with something. Like I'm so jaded now.
Well, then that's a question I have for you, if you don't mind me jumping on this. How do you cling to what like shreds of humanity you still have after dealing with men? Like, true question. How do you find the joy to look into the eyes of other people after what you've seen?
A good fucking question. Honestly,
I don't know the answer to mine.
I'm a really nice person, and like I try to see the good in everybody, and I don't know.
That's my concern.
That's my career. I don't know.
That's my concern. You're so sweet. You're so kind. You're so personable that I'm like, how has this entire industry not made you put a gun in your mouth? You're so amazing. I don't know how you do it.
That, and also a lot of vodka.
Oh fuck yeah, that's the answer, baby.
Actually, what are you drinking? Like I see the green tint to that drink. What are you drinking?
So my assistant is downstairs and she's been making me Halloween cocktails all week. Aww. It's dyed green vodka with like a little finger in it.
I love that.
And so that thing's gonna pretty much absorb a little bit of that vodka as well. So yeah, that's good. Of course, what I have is, of course, I've been so busy, I didn't have a chance to go in and get beer. So I am literally drinking our featured shot out of the bottle this week, which is the Old Smoky Tennessee Salty Watermelon Whiskey. So shout out to Old Smoky. Our beer of the week. Actually, our beer of the week last week, which was retired, was Off Your Gourd by Idiom Brewing. So make sure you go out, pick up some of that as well. And so Sarah, with everything, with spooky season and all that stuff, what haunted attractions have you been to? Like, have you been to any that's absolutely blown your fucking mind? Because I'm a big critic of haunted attractions, to where I'm just kind of like, yeah, they probably should have did this, or they probably should have did that. Like, I don't know, I'm weird like that. Have you been to any that's absolutely blown your mind?
Honestly, not really. However, I was just in Orlando earlier this week, and my trip was so slow. I had so much free time, so my friend and I went to Universal Horror Nights for the first time. I've never been. And it was really, really cool. Like my trip would have sucked, but we went there and it made it a lot better. They had like a whole Stranger Things house. They had an Exorcist house. It was really cool.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to go. I hear the best things.
And like the characters are so well dressed up. It's like, how'd you do that?
Damn.
And like I went to and of course Tom was here for our fully fermented episode. It was myself, him, and Tommy Sambazo showing the vintage footage from our old TV show, which we covered Eastern State Penitentiary. And when we covered Eastern State Penitentiary, they were telling us a story of an inmate dog. They had an inmate dog, and like so it was a dog who he kept on biting people, and the mayor ended up sentencing him to a jail sentence, and he ended up at Eastern State, and the inmates took care of him. And I remember me, Tom, and Tommy were like, imagine showing up and that dog just shakes you down. Like you're a new inmate and you get in there and the dog just shakes you down. And he's like, you're giving me your cornbread tonight. Like the dog's just sitting there and he just slides the tray over and he just growls while he's wagging his tail. And you're just like, is that a friendly growl or is that an angry growl? Like, I don't understand. Like,
ooh,
and then he sells your ass for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he's like, hey, don't drop my bone in the shower. And then you get red rocketed by this dog. Oh my God.
Then his buddy the duck shows up and it's all over, dude.
This was the dog, actually. This was Pep the dog. So actually there was more than one dog. So that's another dog right there. Actually,
like a bad motherfucker.
That's so sad. And she's right. That dog has seen shit.
Yeah. And that dog has seen many.
That dog has seen racial inequality.
Yeah.
You don't behave, we're gonna put you in jail too.
Oh, I hate to say it. Your dog would get turned out so fast.
I was just getting ready to say that way less polite.
Pep would see that dog and Pep would be like, we're going to the shower tonight.
How many nipples you got, dog?
Have you met my friend? This is the duck.
Ooh. This makes me so sad. I think because it feels like bestiality, but it's not. It's like it's a cockfight, but we're pitting the dogs against each other. We're like, yeah, let's see who fucks who. And I'm like,
it's like HBO's Oz.
This makes me so mad.
Somebody needs to remake Oz with dogs and ducks, dude.
Oh my God. Yeah, Tom, we'll throw your two beefy dogs in there.
Oh, that's fine. They're both getting fucked immediately.
You do. Oh, good. Sorry.
My one would survive. The other one, he's afraid of spoons. So, like, he would definitely be turning tricks within the first 5 fucking seconds for survival.
Yep.
That is true, though, that Tom, I think, in my understanding, the very little I've never met your dogs in person, but Tom's got these two, they're labs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, two labs. One's a chocolate, one's a yellow lab.
Yep.
I'm sorry, chocolate or black lab. I think it's a black lab and a
he's technically a boxer silver lab mix, but he just looks like a chocolate lab.
Okay. So he's got these two large, they are both big boys. They are built big. He's got these two big dogs that give him scary dog owner energy. But then I've seen 30 pics a day of his wife. It's just like, look at her dogs in bed. Look at you.
They're just big babies, dude. They're just big babies.
Yeah, your dogs are getting shanked day one.
And Tom lives out in PA.
They already put the lipstick on, dude. They're just walking around. Nobody even shook them down yet. They're just like, hey.
They're just sitting there looking over the ducks. Like, what are those ducks doing over there? And those ducks are like, you make one move over here, you're gonna find out what it's like to fuck with the ducks.
They call me Hard Mallard.
The duck started the gang, MR16, dude.
So, guys, what we're going to do real quick, we have some ads we need to get to. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick, probably about like 4-minute break. So if anybody wants to hop up, grab a drink, use the bathroom, something like that, we're going to go ahead and run our ads real quick. And then when we get back, we're going to get into our game segment. Sarah, I think you've played some of these games before.
Yes, I love the games.
So we actually have a couple of others that we've added since the last time you were on. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, get a shout from some of our friends, and we'll be back here in about 4 minutes on YouTube Live and right here on Roku and Fire TV with the Happy Hour podcast. We will see you guys in a few.
Hey guys, this is Catherine Knight, and this is the Happy Hour podcast.
Hello, I'm Dennis with Checker Spot Brewing Company. We're located at 1421 Ridgely Street in Baltimore, right in the shadows of M&T Bank Stadium. Open 7 days a week with locally crafted beer.
Is this Callie Brooks? I wanted to know if you would consider coming back to coach the baseball team. Their skill set is, well, not ideal.
I'm your new coach. And let's make one thing very clear. I'm not your friend. I'm not your mommy. I'm the bitch that's gonna get you guys to the championships.
This offer just keeps getting better and better.
Who's he?
Oh, he just always comes and watches our practice for some reason.
He's good at baseball. He should be on our team. So you're watching the game here. I heard you're a star hitter. We need all the help we can get.
I want to know what I can do to get you on the team. How about first base? Yeah.
Sharp, the owner of Curtain Jerker Designs, who does an amazing job. I'm blown away every single time, and his speed that he has getting everything back to us is immaculate.
Hit up Derek with Curtain Jerker Designs.
Look no further than Curtain Jerker Designs. Make sure you hit up Derek.
Derek Sharp, man. Hey, just want to say thank you for the posters, all the hard work you put into, man. We really appreciate you, man.
A shout out to Derek Sharp from Curtain Jerker Designs. Yo, dude. Just want to say, this poster, off the hook.
Hey, what's up, players? This is Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I want to give a big shout out to my man Derek over there with Curtain Jerkers Designs.
If you are looking for the best graphics, the best designs, look up a Curtain Jerker. I did.
Curtain Jerker Designs. That's who I use for any of my graphic designs, and you should too.
Thanks, Curtain Jerker Designs.
Big old shout out to Curtain Jerker Designs. You see that? You see that beauty? That's all you, Curtain Jerker.
Hello, wrestling promoters. The Big Valboski wants to give you a big tip. If you're looking for a graphic designer to do your next events, promotional posters, hit up Derek at Curtain Jerker Designs.
A lifelong wrestling fan, as we all are. I went through the part with the reffing, and I got to a part where I did ring announcing. I did everything there was to do. I had a match. But because I have that background, that's where I stepped in and said, hey, like, I do flyers. Let me help you guys out.
Hi, this is Onyx Muse, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we're right here live on YouTube Live, and we're also here on Roku and Fire TV. So make sure you click the subscribe button, and shout out to Team Skeet. Of course, you saw that trailer there during the ads. Make sure you head over to Team Skeet, enter the promo code Happy Hour in all capital letters, and get 20% off your total Team Skeet membership. So make sure you go over there and hit that in. Of course, few shouts.
You can watch me on there too.
Oh yes, Sarah St.Clair is there. Make sure you find all of her scenes there. Sarah, what do you think your favorite scene with them that you did?
Like my favorite scene that I've ever done was for MILF.
Okay. They do a lot of fun stuff. So what theme was it? Like, was it themed any like certain?
Oh, it was great. It was perfect for me. My stepson overheard me on the phone being a gold digger, talking about how much I hate my husband, but I'm choosing him for his money and I can't wait to divorce him. And my stepson heard and he blackmailed me into fucking him. And the whole time I'm like, I hate you. I'm rolling my eyes and pushing him away and being so grossed out by him. It was great. I just got to be a total bitch.
That doesn't sound like your personality at all.
For a hot second, I forgot we're talking about adult films. For a hot second, I forgot what we were talking about, and you're like, oh my god, I pushed him. I was like, no, I'm not gonna fuck you. And I was like, ah! And I remembered where we are. That's very hot, very sexy of you, Sarah. I like this.
Ashley, as many times as you've been on this show and helped guest host, and you don't know the stepson thing.
No, it's just Sarah is so interesting, so sweet, so normal that we've been all over the place tonight. And then for some reason, I forgot we were switching back to like a scene. Yeah. And I thought she was talking about in her own household. But she's like, yeah, I was filming. And then my stepson was like, I'm going to fuck you. And I was like, no.
Ashley thinks he's right outside the door.
I did actually at one point in my life marry my sugar daddy, and my stepson was 19. And we didn't fuck, but we made out, and I touched his pee-pee.
Oh.
You might be my hero, Sarah. Like you're on my hand. You're going next to Janine Jericho. I love that woman. I love you. You're going on the hand.
And Alex Cole. Yes.
Oh, Alex. I love Alex so much.
Hilarious on Twitter.
Oh my God. Is she the one I talked about diarrhea with?
Yes. She's the one who talked about sharding twice on the show.
She's so beautiful. Just like you, Sarah. Just beautiful. And then she's like, oh my God, do you have bathroom problems like me? Wild. I was like, I love you, bitch. Like,
so that kind of answers my question, Sarah. I was going to ask, how many people do you think in real life is the whole stepmom, stepson thing, or stepdaughter, stepdad thing? Like, how much of that do you think is going on in real life? But she kind of answered that question with her, like, with what she just said.
It's probably more common than people think.
Yeah.
Y'all need to find God, dude.
In my scenario, he was 19 and I was 24. So I was much closer to his age than the 57-year-old that I married.
Okay. Yeah, that's way less weird.
Yeah, then the tall man from Phantasm. Okay. Like,
no, but I think I think she's right though. And I think we all kind of know that I think there is, like, what do they always say? It's like the Oedipus complex. You know, it's the Electra complex. So it's like people secretly sort of have these fantasies. And because of what Sarah does for a living, she helps people live them out without getting arrested.
That's why it's such a big niche in porn. Like that's exactly why. Like literally, it's everywhere. Like literally everywhere.
Yeah. I gotta tell you guys.
Wouldn't know.
I gotta tell you guys, anytime a guy's broken my heart, my number one go-to is to yell at him and be like, I'm gonna fuck your dad. Like, be mean to me. I'm gonna be making you pay me rent. We're gonna move in. We're gonna make you clean the basement, and you're gonna hear me violently peg your dad.
Yeah, I remember Tom Nutty saying that before to somebody. Like, he's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck your dad then."
Yeah, I'm not scared. I'll say some wild shit that I may or may not mean.
That's why Tom and I are friends. You get angry enough, and I'm like, I will fuck your dog and make your dad watch. And they're like, what? I'm like, I don't know.
And I'm bringing 30 ducks into the fray as well.
Yep. Yeah. Just like it's a Noah's Ark of fucking.
You know what's funny is I do that shit when I'm not even mad. Like when I'm at work and like somebody like smashes their finger, they'll be like, "Oh fuck!" I'll be like, "Go over there and take your pants off. I'm gonna suck your dick." And people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "Never mind." Like I forget I'm with normal people so much of my day where like nobody understands what I'm saying.
Well, you've led me into something I would love to ask you, Sarah, which is, and you don't have to give a lot of detail, but like, have you ever had the opportunity to feel like you got to live out a fantasy of your own on screen?
Yes.
That's awesome.
My first avian ever, actually.
Really?
My whole life, I wanted to be tag teamed by two identical twins.
Oh, that's hot.
And I'm not fucking joking. The second day of avian, my assistant and I were walking out of the Hard Rock, and two identical twins walk in. They're wearing name tags. I'm like, you two, are you guys industry? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, can we fuck, please? So later that night, I went to some cheap ass sketchy motel and got double stuffed by two identical twins.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, bitch. Like you got Eiffel Towered.
What about what about like two sets of Siamese twins? Would you get like Eiffel Tower by like two sets of it's not like Siamese twins together. It's two like two people connected and two people connected on both sides. So technically there's four people, but
gang. So sign me the fuck up.
Oh, she's right. I'm always afraid that if I got with two dudes that weren't circumcised, that it would be like a Chinese finger trap and they get stuck together.
Fantastic.
So what we're gonna get into our Ode to Humanity segment, which is our game segment. So Sarah, last time you were here, I don't think we had extreme personal questions last time you were here. So extreme personal questions is two random questions. Question A, question B. You don't know which one you're going to get until you choose it. And then once you answer that question, you get to pick anybody else in this room to answer the other. So Sarah, you get the first one, what do you want? Question A or question B?
A for alpha.
Okay, so A. So when was the last time you had to tell several more lies to cover up an initial lie?
Oh God, which time? Give me a second.
she's like, wait, which
She's like,
time?
I'm about to lie right now.
Probably the last time that I was texting my separated husband. He's still in love with me. I don't like him.
Is he separated in like half long ways or short ways?
Didn't you know when I touched your son's dick that I wasn't interested anymore?
Oh, Sarah's a seductress.
Yeah, so I had to do the whole, yeah, I'm doing great. No, I'm haven't been working that much.
Sarah, you're a seductress, and I love this.
I'm good at getting my way.
Yes. Oh my God, you're a siren. Oh,
now, Sarah, you get the joy of choosing any one of the three of us, myself, Tom Nutty, or Ashley Pontius, to answer question B.
Tom, the man of many words.
Okay, Tom Nutty. So, when have you flirted with someone just to use that person for something non-sexual?
You know, so much better with that one.
I think I'm the wrong person to answer this, but there's a Royal Farms by my work, right? And there's this older Asian lady that works in there. She doesn't speak very good English. This is a true story, right? So what I'll do is I'll throw her the eyes while I'm pretending that I'm ringing up all my shit at the self-checkout, and I'll just let her talk, and I'll be like, oh no, yeah. And meanwhile, I'm just doing buy one, get three free on my way out the door, dude.
I love this.
That's true.
I'm sitting there just ringing up.
I do it on Wednesdays, dude.
I was waiting for Tom to be like, Ashley gave me a ride one time. I convinced her to take me to Delaware.
And then we sat in a car for 8.5 hours that day.
Yeah, that was a long ass day.
That was that's when you hit the rabbit, dude.
Oh, I did hit a rabbit. Also, not to hurt your feelings, but I did feel intense regret. I don't smoke normally.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what, Tom, we have a long ride ahead of us. I want you to be comfortable. Cause like Sarah, I'm a caring woman. And I was like, sure, smoke in my car. I didn't realize just how much you smoke.
Hey, to be fair, I didn't even ask. You offered.
I know.
I wasn't going to do it.
No.
And you were like, no,
me.
it's totally fine. And I was like, I don't think she knows what she's about to do.
That's on me. I'm pretty
And then she
sure.
killed a rabbit because of it. She viciously mowed down a rabbit because of Tom Nutty smoking.
We were 5 minutes, if that, finally from this venue. And I go, oh, rabbit, blunk. And I was like, so upset.
So now we are going to get into Never Have I Ever. So
that's my favorite game.
It is 3 random cards drawn randomly out of the deck. I'm going to read them off. And if you've done them, you take a drink.
Okay.
And if you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, we will not hate you for it. So the first one is, never have I ever gone an entire day without putting any clothes on.
I can't think. I think I've closed.
Sarah had to think about that. She's like, wait a minute, have I had? I went
I've closed up
with something like that. Like, there's a lot of risk in that. Like, a lot of things could happen. Going the entire day with no clothing at all.
I sleep in the nude occasionally.
So it's you take a drink if you've never done it, or if you have.
You take a drink if you've done it.
Okay.
Oh. Very impressive.
So Sarah's
unfortunately, I'm going to ruin it for everybody. It's not that impressive. I sleep naked, and I was just recently sick with COVID a couple weeks ago. And I was just in bed all day, obviously naked.
I'm so impressed, though, that you trust your body enough that you can be like, I don't need to wear clothing. I'm sick, and I'm like, I might shit the bed. You're impressive, Sarah. I don't have that level of self-control.
Great bowel control.
Yeah, I don't have any control, self-control, food control, emotional control over my partners. I'm lacking in everything.
I'm right there with you, girlfriend.
So the next one is, never have I ever been caught dancing naked in front of the mirror. Never have I ever been caught dancing naked in front of the mirror.
Not the mirror, but I forgot a window was open.
See, I've never been caught dancing, but I've been caught.
Oh,
I've been caught masturbating while looking in the mirror. Like somebody walks in the room and I'm violently masturbating with the mirror there, and it was one of my buddies lives with me, and he walked in. He's like, "What the fuck?" And I was just kind of like,
"Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me."
You're either gonna help or you're gonna get out.
Ooh, Ray, that's a doozy. I thought mine was bad, seeing my floppy titties in a window, but I think you win. That's I'm gonna think about that.
It's very American Psycho of you.
Yeah, that's very concerning. I'm worried about you.
Actually, she's like, I'm worried about you.
Like, look, with mine, I was just flopping my fat body all over the place. Forgot that I had an upstairs window with I didn't have the shades drawn.
Yeah.
I'm just walking around, just dancing around, shaking those floppy little things. And I look across the way and I see that the other neighbor, who also has a window at the same height, is enjoying his morning coffee. And he's like, I was like, sorry, Tyler.
So the last one is, never have I ever appeared as an extra on a movie or a TV set.
Wait, never?
No.
So if you have, you drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Ashley, what was yours?
One of I say our, but there's a guy in Baltimore who is a film director, and he did the movie WNUF.
Okay.
That I think is currently streaming on Shudder, and they made a sequel. Okay. So I did that, and then I used to work behind the scenes on a show for a little bit at Comedy Central, like over a decade ago.
Nice.
And as you can tell, it's done a lot for my career. I'm dripping in cash and penis.
Meanwhile, Ashley's Electric just shuts off mid-podcast.
Oh my God. Every month. I'm just like, when am I getting evicted?
Mine was if you've ever heard of the movie The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. I was an extra for that because they had a casting call for independent wrestlers, so I got to do that. And then I did a few. If you've ever heard of Scares That Care, they did like a couple of independent movies, and I got to do some stuff for that. And also there was a documentary called Pro Wrestler, which
That's
I did,
awesome.
and I was able to do that. So
Those are good ones. That's very cool. I'm gonna shit on Tom for a second because it's too easy not to. Tom has also been an extra chromosome.
Really? That's the best you got? That's the best you got.
I
was about to make a great joke about being an extra in Intervention while my mom was on it, and then you just take all the thunder with an extra chromosome joke, Ashley.
Sorry. I'm just saying I loved you in the Olympics.
I was wondering. I thought I saw Tom at one of the Maryland State Police polar bear plunges before the Olympians.
Don't you know that I'm his big stepsister, big brother?
How do you think I afford this house? It's with all the money the state's giving me for being retarded.
We're going to get into Incoherent. So, Sarah, I think you have played this one here before. Basically, it's a bunch of cards with drunken lingo on them, and you need to sound them out and figure out what they say. So Tom and Ashley can also help you. And for anybody watching at home, of course, shout out to Jupiter Jetson, who's the 2023 HHPod Rumble champion. When we bring back 30 former guests, play this game, and the winner gets sent a championship belt. So,
yeah. And if you're really good at it, they rob you and give it to Jupiter Jetson because that should have been my title.
So here's the first card. Sarah, what do you think that says?
Got it.
Romance.
It is bromance. Yes, it is bromance.
Very good.
So what do you think that one says? One of the hints is keeping up.
Oh, I know what it is.
Kim Kardashian.
I will give it to you. It is Kim Kardashian West. So Kim Kardashian West, but that
I wouldn't have gotten that part. I was with you though, Sarah. You killed that.
That's what the whiz was. All right. So what do you think this last one is? And Sarah may have encountered a few of these in her lifetime. One of the hints is an old hot dude.
Got it.
Fox.
What was that?
Silver fox.
It is a silver fox. So Sarah, what is your experience with silver foxes? Do you run into a lot of silver foxes?
My weakness.
Yeah, she just divorced one.
So now
give me a head of all white hair, that strong daddy vibe. Tell me what to do.
Oh,
am I a good girl? Am I a good girl? Do you love me? Do you approve? Am I good enough?
Oh, love this. Brilliant.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't think this is gonna work anymore. Meet my new girlfriend, the duck.
No, Sarah is teaching me so much. Now I know who to target. This is great.
I got your back, girl.
Thank you. I've been pickpocketing the wrong men.
Now we're going to play Super Fight. So Sarah, we did not have this game the last time you were on. So pretty much it's a team game. So you can choose anybody in this room to be your partner.
I want my girlfriend.
Okay, so you and Ashley. So you and Ashley versus myself and Tom. So pretty much what it is so Ashley, she chose you as a partner. So we have 2 decks of cards. You're going to choose your fighters. You're going to choose deck 1 or you're going to choose deck 2. Which one do you want?
That's Sarah's pick.
Okay.
I like odd numbers, so 1.
1. Okay, so deck 1. So you guys have Katniss. So Katniss from Hunger Games. So Katniss armed with a shotgun. Katniss armed with a shotgun. And she can clone herself, but each clone is half as smart as the previous clone. So Katniss, armed with a shotgun, can clone self, but each clone is half as smart as the previous clone.
Oh,
So,
you mean just having children?
so me and Tom are okay. Me and Tom are. You guys are fighting me. So this card says me.
Well, fuck.
With scissor hands and armed with dynamite. So Katniss, armed with a shotgun, can clone self, but each clone is half as smart as the previous clone, versus me with scissor hands, armed with dynamite. Sarah and Ashley, you guys have the floor on why you think Katniss, armed with a shotgun and can clone self, will beat me with scissor hands and armed with dynamite.
Well, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't think you can throw your scissor hands, so I can kill you from a distance, right? Like I think.
And even and also too with the cloning, like probably not great to have a bunch of dumb people with shotguns, but
they do run the country.
Right. If it's only one half as dumb, we can still have like 3 pretty strong cats.
Yeah.
With shotguns. So that's definitely gonna win over some scissor hands.
Yeah, I'm with Sarah. There's lots of people out there that can't do their taxes, but they know how to shoot people.
From a distance.
Yeah, from a distance.
All right. So, Tom, myself, and you, we need to argue on how me with scissor hands, armed with dynamite, can beat Katniss, armed with a shotgun, and can clone themselves, but each clone is half as smart as the previous.
I think step 1, we figure out what we do to make them clone. Okay. Once they clone, between 5 to 7 of them, we make them fight because they're just dumb broads, and they'll eventually fight. Okay. And then our problem will be solved without us ever even doing anything.
I don't want to help out the opposing team, but his strategy is strong. All you have to do is lean into one of the clones and be like, do you know what clone 1 said about your labia?
Uh-huh.
It's fucking easy. This is where we're really, really flawed, because Tom, I wish I could argue my way on how I would not be murdered in this fight. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to, because normally I would say, hey, I have scissor hands, and since the clones get a little bit stupider, you could just hack and slash the clones. And, I don't know how the dynamite will come into play, but also I've always wanted to fuck Jennifer Lawrence. So you have that many Jennifer Lawrence clones.
Well, look, here's what we do. That works out perfectly. You fuck the first one. All right. And then we'll be like, can't believe Ray is only attracted to clone 1, you ugly bitches. And then you get to fuck Jennifer Lawrence. They all kill each other. I'm not involved in this other than my chromosomes. Thinking real hard right now, Ashley.
No, that's how unfortunately our Katniss has been cloning. Ray fucked her, and then the kids just keep getting
dumber and dumber.
Just shoved dynamite into her ass with my little scissor hand. And then Tom just liked it.
How does she wipe now?
So I'm thinking Katniss, armed with a shotgun that can clone self, but each clone is half as smart as the previous clone, has definitely defeated me, armed with dynamite, and has scissors for hands. So we used to let that go to the live stream, but then the live stream would always fail us on that. It would never say responses, even though they want to chat about everything else but for that fucking game. So we decided we would do it on our own. The final game in this is, of course, Cards Against Humanity Roulette. So what we're going to do is we're going to read off the black face card, and then we have 6 randomly drawn cards that you're going to choose a number for to answer that card randomly. And if you don't like the answer, you get 2 rebuttals. So the first one, what left this stain on my couch? What left this stain on my couch? So Sarah, what do you think? 1 through 6 for a random roulette style answer.
3 is my lucky number.
3. All right. So what left this stain on my couch? A greased up Matthew McConaughey.
I'm here for it. Say no more.
All right. So I guess you're going to hold with that? You're going to hold with greased up Matthew McConaughey?
No, I'm too fucking curious.
All right. So 1 through 5.
5.
5. All right. What left this stain on my couch? developing secondary sex characteristics. Yeah, it's a weird one. So, are you going to hold with that, or do you want to use the last rebuttal?
Let's use the last one.
All right, 1 through 4.
2.
2. All right. What left this stain on my couch? All of my friends dying.
Oh,
nice.
I was gonna say Matthew McConaughey's one is great. Just be like,
oh, I
stain
for the original.
Yeah, the stain gets bigger. I stay the same level of gape. All right.
Yeah.
So those last 3 cards will go into the pile for next week. So we're going to do another one. This one says, "Yas, you're serving me blank realness." So 1 through 6. What do you think?
5.
5. All right. "Yas, you are serving me vehicular manslaughter realness."
Nice.
Oh.
All
Spilling
right.
blood and tea.
So 1 through 5.
3.
3. All right. So 3. "Yes, you're serving me another shitty year realness."
Not wrong.
Are you hanging with that, or do you want to use the last rebuttal?
You know I have to know. Number 1.
Number 1. All right. "Yes, you're serving me getting jiggy with it, as it were, realness."
Oh God.
I'm here for it.
Is that the title of Will's memoir?
Right?
So sad. Actually, I just got triggered though from the Matthew McConaughey thing. Hear me out, Sarah. We do a adult film together and we call it Glazed and Confused.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm here for it.
Get facials.
Yeah.
And Sarah, are you still okay on time? Can you hang out for a little bit longer? Okay, cool. So we'll another 20 or so minutes, and then we'll wrap up with you. So, and actually, it's funny with the Will Smith thing. Like, I don't know. I don't think me as a Baltimorean can claim Jada Pinkett Smith anymore. Like, she is from here, and we're just kind of like, yeah, we can't claim you anymore. Like, you've ruined the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, you've ruined Will Smith. Like, I don't.
She made Tupac fake his own death, dude.
Did you see the meme going around saying that when Tupac was shot, she was like, "Can you take Will Smith instead?" Like, she was yelling at in the backseat. I showed that to my wife, and she was like, "They're not serious, are they?" I was like, "No, it's just like it's a meme."
I loved 90s Will Smith.
Yes.
Defined my childhood. It made me think that Black people might like me. I was like, I'm cool. Men in Black, here for it. Wild Wild West, of course. Bad Boys.
Yeah.
I too love Nelly.
And it's funny because Will Smith, and you forgot Independence Day. Independence Day was like the first serious role he did, which was amazing. So
it's a genre defining and an era defining. How did you grow up in the 90s and not love that movie? You're like, welcome to Earth. Also, what a great movie about a man that loves his stripper girlfriend that would rather not go into the NASA space program so he could marry her. It's beautiful. It's a love story. Also, you know who I really want to fuck in that movie? Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, okay.
That dude is so fuckable. To this day, he's getting old, and I'd let him raw dog. Just wink, wink, wink.
I don't know. Jeff Goldblum. Like, I would just while we're up in space. Just
that's my devil's triangle. Just environmental. He's got the little chest hair and he's really neurotic. God.
So what we're going to do, of course, it is spooky season. So we do fucked up news articles on here. So we have some Halloween themed ones. So the first one is a man in a clown mask and green wig leads CHP on a chase that ends in Venice Beach. So it says a man was arrested Saturday night after a nearly hour-long California highway patrol pursuit from Orange County to Venice Beach, during which his outfit of a green wig and clown mask attracted a crowd of followers. The pursuit began around 2:50 p.m. on northbound 405 in Orange County when CHP officers noticed a dark sedan driving recklessly. CHP officer Stephen Brandt said, the car continued on North 405, slowing for traffic until blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now this is okay. News helicopters showed the man in a green wig standing through the car's sunroof towards the end of the pursuit, with the passenger apparently holding the steering wheel while the car moved at a slow speed. The suspect got out and ran down the boardwalk, jumping the wall, running onto the sand as beachgoers looked. He stopped to help a man who was covering another man with sand and got a high five. Wait, so he got out and helped a man cover somebody else in sand and then high fived the guy while he was running from the police? That dude's baller. Like, and it says people stayed back while the police officers drew weapons and CHP officers prepared to use a taser on him, finally moving when ordered by law enforcement. So I actually found the helicopter footage of this man, the clown costume. So let me track down where I have this, and boom. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and play it. And this is that pursuit from the helicopter view. So there you see it. Look, they're showing him actually getting out of the sunroof. So imagine being a carjacked person with a clown man there. Like, I don't know, like, are they steering the wheel or are they blowing him through the sunroof? Like, I don't like, he's just waving his hands like, yeah, what's up?
That's someone who does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, look, he's right outside. It's Sugar. So I guess he needed like some candy or something. Like he's just nonchalant walking. Oh, please show him help bury the man in sand.
This doesn't seem real.
Have a real reason for saying this, but why is this happening during the day? Like, I feel like that headline is something that would happen at like 3-4 in the morning.
Not anymore.
Broad daylight.
This economy's gotten so bizarre. Oh my.
Yeah.
People aren't well.
Yeah.
Like where I live, a lot of you know probably that we had a judge get shot the other night. Like things aren't going
about
well.
that. Yeah, he got murdered in his front
yard
driveway or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, people
Oh,
are
yes, please.
Oh my God.
Please. Dude, I would have a stroke on the spot.
Dude, I wouldn't want to see him like rolling up on me. I wouldn't be like, oh, cool.
He just starts sucking that guy's dick just out of nowhere.
Can we just stop for a second to realize that was two grown men by themselves on the beach and the other one's covering them up with sand? Like there's no kids around. There's no family ha-has. That was just two bros having a moment, dude.
Is he flexing towards the cop with the taser? Like the cop has a taser and he's like, look, I'm Hulk Hogan, bitch.
Yeah, that's a motorcycle cop too, dude. You know how far he had to run in those boots?
Someone is not doing well mentally. Just throwing it out there.
No.
He just gave the middle finger. I thought that dude didn't have an arm at first. Like he's holding his phone. It looked like he had a nub arm. I was like, what the hell is up with the guy with the nub arm?
I mean, you could. If I had a nub, I'd probably want to die too. I don't know.
So all right. So I don't understand. So there's a lot to unpack. So the guy is dressed up like a clown and he stole a car. So imagine being the person being carjacked, and this man carjacks you in a clown outfit.
Yeah, but he seemed pretty chill.
They did seem kind of chill. Like, but it looked like they also busted. Like, one thing that fears me over my wife's car, she has a panoramic sunroof. So the whole entire sunroof is just glass. You can like look out of it and see what the fuck's going on. I'm like,
all right, we get it. You're rich, Ray. God damn, Jesus.
If one thing falls out of the sky and hits that sunroof, the entire thing's gone. Just literally like, see you later, branch, anything. So,
yeah.
But also the whole thing retracts. Like I can barely fit my body out of like a huge area. Like this dude was able to squeeze his body through like a tiny little sunroof. And speaking of, Sarah, have you ever showed your tits out of a sunroof? Because that is okay. Like,
great transition.
Yeah. Like because we have went to Taco Bell and ordered food, and they gave us food with my buddy completely naked, standing out of the sunroof like this as we went up to the window. And the whole time, I forgot what the hell that thing was called that Ashley said was the urban legend in her area.
Squonk.
Yeah. So the whole time they're giving us these tacos while my buddy Squonk is just staring these people down.
There.
Yeah. Just dangling. So like, imagine being that person that's working the late night and you have to deal with all those drunk people. And then
hold on. I had to add that to the Ray might be gay files. Hold on. naked Taco Bell. Okay, go ahead.
So the car just comes around the corner and then there's just a naked guy. Like most fast food workers already want to put a revolver in their mouth. So now you have to serve naked guy in the mirror or in the drive-thru.
Hey.
Back to the mirror again, dude.
Boys,
he was about to start jerking it.
You're getting a glimpse of what Sarah and I go through all the time. It's like being a fast food.
Skunk's always in your face all day, every day.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant just hanging out with cool bros on the internet. Like I thought that's what you meant.
If more of you would buy me Taco Bell, you might see more clitoris.
Well, I don't know. It's weird because we moved on from victimizing Denny's to victimizing Taco Bell, because once we got the lifetime ban from Denny's, we were just like, well, where are we going to go now? So Taco Bell was the place. And I remember there was one of our friends, she was behind us. And I remember both of us were there. And like, I don't know why we took our pants off. Like, I don't know if it was some sort of like offering, like we thought we were on a quest and we had like an offering and it didn't work. And she was just laughing the entire time as like, and we're laughing like as it's a joke. And then we're sitting there and eventually like we're eating our Taco Bell and it dawns on us that she was probably laughing at her penises. And then we're just kind of like, yeah, like.
I don't normally see a flaccid penis and go, oh yeah, I really want that.
much less two of them together at a Taco Bell drive-thru.
You know what? Tom's right.
Yeah.
I have maybe felt that way, that level of excitement when I order 2 hot dogs at Nathan's. I'm just like, oh, you know what? They look sloppy and flat, but I'm going to eat it. That's fair.
So Sarah, you said that you have flashed out of a sunroof. So were you anywhere in particular when that happened? Or was it just like a joyride down the road and you were just like, yeah, like as you're going down?
No, we were just going somewhere and like it was a giant ass traffic jam and I was bored and figure what the fuck, why not?
I like
the roll, so I might as well be like the good Samaritan over here and show some titties.
I like these intrusive thoughts. I enjoy them. You're like, you know what? I should just pop open these titties. And I'm like, why wasn't I in that traffic jam? Okay.
Who are the top dogs is a real thing.
I love that.
We rented a short bus once for one of my birthdays, a Raven.
You could rent a short bus?
Yes. We rented a Raven short bus. And we did
if you're smart enough.
Say no more.
If you're smart enough, they just come to your house. You don't have to rent anything.
And so we would do these scavenger hunts and we would have all kinds of crazy stuff on it. Like one of them was throw up and re-drink it, jump into a body of water, flash a car while you're on the bus. So at one point we were on the highway and we're beside this car and everybody figured, let's check off flash the car next to us. So mind you, there were like probably about like, I would say like maybe 8 guys and about 3 chicks on the bus. So this car happens to see just 8 meat sticks and about like 6 titties all at one time. So I'm not sure if this person was having a good night or a bad night at this point. If
best night ever.
Yeah. If the 6 titties outweighed the meat sticks or vice versa, or what was happening. But yeah.
Do you know what I call that? I call it the human centipede.
I call it a casual Tuesday.
Oh, your life is better than mine.
Yeah. Like that got wild because one of the things also was we had partners, and one thing was bite your partner's toenail off. You had to bite off part of their like toenail, and then like you had to run into a bar naked and all. Like, yeah, those we did 3 of them. They got wild, and believe it or not, someone actually did to throw up and re-drink it. I did not do it. But somebody, I bear witness to someone V8 their own vomit down. Like that's, yeah. So Sarah, if you've seen someone throw up and re-drink it, is that a hookup later on in the night?
No, that's horrible. Something you can't unsee.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, guys.
You know what?
Damn.
I've seen a bunch of guys eat a dick on stage at Magooby's joke house in Timonium. Eating a dick means you bombed.
I was about to say, Magooby's got really X-rated.
Yeah, every night of the week you can see a gaggle of guys just eat a giant dick and then walk off stage and be like, nailed it. And I'm like, I wish I had your delusions. This is incredible.
And what we're going to let Sarah go ahead and get ready to get out of here. So Sarah, where can everybody find you? I always advise do not give out your address, because there are crazy people out there that want to show you their flaccid penis and just show up and just be like, hey, look at the swank. Like,
I want to see all the swanks. If you want to show me your beautiful squonk, jump on onlyfans.com/Sarah St.Clair XXXX and slide in my DMs. You can also keep up with all my crazy shit at Twitter at Sarah St.Clair XXX, Instagram Silly Sarah 91, and my newest erotic novel called Romance Costs Extra is live on Amazon.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I wish I could read.
And also, how's your book doing, by the way? I know you were just getting ready to release it the last time you were on. How's that doing?
It's going great. It's live. Everyone says it's an easy read. Like everyone's told me, like, oh yeah, like I went through it in one night, went through it in 2-3 nights.
That's awesome.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
If you're a dirty, horny person and want some slutty stories, check it out.
I love a good slutty story because men don't read. Women do. I'm like, oh my God, what? I can read my way to an orgasm.
It's getting fucked by 4 people at a poker party.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Sorry, we wish we had time to read, but we're out flashing people from a short bus and throwing up and drinking it. We are doing better shit.
I thought you were gonna say you were working, and I'm like, barely.
yeah, I don't do that at all.
And Sarah, we have a few comments in the stream. One of which is, are you going to be at Exotica?
Nope, I'm taking a break off of doing expos this year because it just stopped being fun. So I need to miss it for a little bit to go back.
Yeah.
And of course, it's going to be our second Exotica. We're doing the one in Edison, New Jersey this year. So if you guys are there, make sure you come over, say, hey, we are doing reverse interviews, which we walk around with Uno reverse card, and everybody we talk to, we randomly hand a card back and forth, which reverses the interview. And we're also doing porn star confessionals, which doesn't mean the porn stars are confessioning anything. We're going to grab a random fan, walk them over to a porn star to tell them their deepest, darkest secret. And part of me is kind of hoping that we solve an unsolved murder while we're there. So I once strangled my stepson to death for hooking up with my wife. And we're just kind of, wait a minute. Do you know Sarah St. Clair? Like,
instead, you're just going to get stuff like bald guys being like, I glue my pubic hair to my head and then I look impressive for the ladies.
That would be amazing if someone were to sit there. I'm just afraid that like we would do it and then someone's just kind of like, oh, hello to whoever, and we're like, tell them your fucking dark secret, you piece of shit. Like,
you know what's really funny? Tom knows about this. An open micer used to send me $1 on Venmo to call me ugly because I had him blocked on everything. And I was like, joke's on you. You're not getting that $1 back. You're the one paying to be mean to me. I'm like, keep sending it. I don't care.
That's amazing. So, Sarah, what we're going to let you go ahead and get out here real quick. Before you go, would you just be able to do a plug for us real quick? Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and pin you. And whenever you're ready, just say, hey, this is Sarah St. Clair, and you are watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Right now.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm Sarah St.Clair, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Sarah, thank you so much for coming back on the show. We hope you had a good time.
I love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah. And we'll send you another shirt. Since you were on a second time, we'll send another shirt out to you and all that stuff. So happy Halloween, and we will see you around.
Happy spooky season. Thank you.
All right.
It's wonderful to meet you.
And so we're going to hang out for a little bit longer here on YouTube Live. Just real quick, what I want to get into is, of course, if you're not following us on YouTube, just make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you go over, pick up a lot of our merchandise, and also look out for PodNation exclusives, which are going to be exclusive right here on Roku and Fire TV, which our fully fermented series is now exclusive to Roku and Fire TV. It will air there for a month before it makes it over onto YouTube and all that good stuff. So we will be back here again next Sunday. We might have something next Friday. I'm not sure. We had to reschedule this Friday's guest. So she was a flight risk from what I heard. So the rep let me know. So now we have a different guest, and it may be next Friday. So look out for that. But we will definitely be back next Sunday. Next Sunday, we will be having our friend Bill Hartley, who was from Ghost of Shepherdstown. He will be back next Sunday right here on the Happy Hour podcast. And he's also coming with his wife, Carissa, who's also a psychic and a medium. So that is going to be fun. And
I'm an extra large.
And of course, that is one of our first non-porn related guests in a while. I think the last one we had was when you were here, Ashley, and that was Drumageddon.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I was just like, let me see your penis. Get it out. Get it out.
Speaking of Drumageddon, and I stopped working with that rep that sent those guests over because they weren't pushing numbers. It was like one of those things where like they would send them to like fucking 50 podcasts, but they also want to promote shit like Drumageddon never shared anything. Like most of those episodes are some of the lowest viewed episodes we have on our YouTube. And I'm just kind of like, hey, now that we have Roku TV, there was a misunderstanding where she sent us a music guest who was under 18, and then she said his dad was freaking out because of the porn stuff we do, and I was like, you know what our show is.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't want anybody under the age of 18 on the show anyways. Like that's not
that kid is not going to make it far in the industry, I'll tell you that.
No, I just, I understand if I was a male listener, I too would be upset and be like, hey, look, if you're going to have Drumageddon, I need it to at least be like Cumageddon. I need something about him jizzing on somebody.
And that's when we invite Ashley Pontius.
I know, because I'm such a little whore.
All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Ashley Pontius, as always, thank you. Where can everybody find you, and what shows do you have coming up?
Oh, thank you for always having me. You can follow me at my website, ashleypontiuslaughs.com. You can find me under the same name on Instagram. Let's see. So in the next couple of weeks, you can catch me at Public Bar in DC. I'll be performing this Tuesday. You can find me at Zissimo's in Baltimore on Thursday. And then November 4th, for anyone that might be in the area, November 4th, I'm at Rough Edges Brewing. We're doing a fundraiser, which I'm headlining. It's called Read the Room. All the money goes to the Franklin County Literacy Council. They help adults get their GEDs.
Oh, so Tom can go over there and they can help him get his GED and,
emphasis on ED.
And of course, Mr. Tom Nutty, what all do you have coming up? Of course, you're fresh off of Skank Fest. What all do you have coming up, my man?
Friday, I'll be at Magoobies. That Sunday, the 29th, I'll be at Cellar Door. November 4th, I'll be in Denton, Maryland, also doing a fundraiser. All the money raised from that show goes directly in my fucking pocket. So please come out and support. And everything's on the website, tomnutty.com.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. For everybody that watched us here on YouTube, and everybody watching at home at Roku TV and Fire TV, we appreciate you guys and all the support. And man, we're getting ready to head into our fourth consecutive year for this podcast coming up in June, which is insane. That's awesome. But So I love it. As we know, great friends with Ashley, Tom, of course, Eric, Tommy, everybody else we've made friends with on this show. So I think I might try to do something special for our 200th episode, which is coming up probably within the next month.
Okay.
So maybe bring back a lot of the friends of the show or something like that.
Cool.
Do something like that as a PodNation exclusive. So
nice.
But yeah, so once again, thank you. We will see you guys next time right here on the Happy Hour Podcast.